Right, okay. Is it sinful to stand up and urinate? Is it is it sometimes hard in public? What the hell? What the hell? Arya, control ya, Arya, what are these questions? Let me get this must be misreading this question. Where the hell did it go? Is it sometimes hard? It is sometimes hard in public toilets, as they are very dirty. I thought, what kind of a confession is this? I thought, yaar, kahe ko sharminda kar rahe hain? Why are you embarrassing everybody on this live? Bilal Hussein, is it sinful to stand up and urinate? Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. What have you done? I needed to take a leak. Is there something you're urinating on? I mean, I'm just trying to understand the sin. Why is it a sin? I mean, it's gotta go out. Obviously, you can't just keep building it up, all the fluid. So, it's absolutely fine. Don't worry about it. Relieve yourself. Don't worry about it, man. It's all good. It's all good. There's nothing. The only reason why some people spoke against this standing up and taking a slash, so to speak, was simply because of the kind of clothing that they wore, and there was a great chance that you would get a splashback feature, not like a full blast. Not like you go, okay, I'm just about to relieve myself, and it's like come straight back at you full speed. Not like that, but there was a chance that you would get certain splashes maybe on your clothes and things like that. So this is why the scholars didn't like that. That said, it's perfectly fine. It's fine. Don't worry. Don't worry. I know the Hanafis are a bit weird on that. Hanafi school of law, but don't worry about them. It's not like the first time they're being weird. And you got to remember that, you see, in certain clothing, it's easy to sit down and urinate. So let's say you're wearing a sarong, like the kind of the toti that they wear, the izar or the lungi, as some people call it. Now, wearing a lungi is actually even different, but it's still easy, because the lungi is like, I think it's in Bangladesh and some parts of India and other countries like Malaysia, but the lungi is like a fully tied, so you kind of step into it and then wrap it round. Whereas the izar or the toti that they have in Pakistan, that they used to wear, or the izar that they wore in Arabia, ancient Arabia, is like a sarong, like that. So it's just like an open cloth that you just tie around you. Now you can imagine if you're walking around in that, if you're walking around commando, the way people were back then, when men were men. In that day and age, if you're walking around and you need to go to the toilet, you're not going to really just lift up your sarong like that, are you? And go, hey! So it's very convenient for you to just sit down. It's very convenient to sit down and do what you have to do. It's much more convenient than actually trying to raise you, because if you try to raise your actually with a toti you could probably, with the izar you could probably do it, but still it's actually, you much more easier to just sit down and do that. But now, even with the shalwar kameez, it's actually, because the shalwar that they wear in Pakistan, for example, it's actually very large. It has what they call the nara. The nara is like a belt feature, right? So it actually makes it look tight. So the shalwar, which looks baggy, is actually very, if you stretch it out, it opens really far. So it's very convenient to still sit down and, if you need to relieve oneself. But you see, with the trousers, how on earth could you sit down in public? I mean, unless you took the trousers off. So, so people are not going to do that. Especially, you got to remember, in the past, they never had these kind of public toilets like this. So, and you never had like bathrooms the way they're designed. So obviously, if a guy's walking in a park and he thinks, oh, I need a leak, so he's hardly going to take his trousers off and just hang it on the branch and just sit down. Yeah, all that to sit down. Yeah. It's too much, you know, this one. So because of that, so there's no problem associated. There's no sin, no mortal sin, people, no sin at all. Relax, relax. So, what else is going on?